Hello friends, this is Dr. Gaikwad Sunil Manikra, working as a head and assistant professor of dairy science, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya Sakole, Taluka Chapel, Krishnapur. I welcome you on behalf of Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya Sakole. Welcome to this new year, that is the third year. Today, we are going to see the syllabus which is recommended by our university, that is the Swami Ramanand Tirumala University in Nanded for this year. It is quite interesting to have some glimpses of this syllabus of the BSc third year. For this year, we are going to study 2 semesters, that is the semester 5th and semester 6th. For the semester 5th, we are going to see 2 different papers, which are as follows. For the semester 5th, as I told you earlier, we are going to study 2 different papers. The first one, that is the paper number 12, that we are going to study. The name of the paper is Technology of Indigenous Dairy Products. Paper number 13 is Forest Production, Foods and Feeding. However, for the 6th semester, again, we are going to study 2 different papers, and the papers are as Technology of Western Dairy Products, that is the paper number 14, and Sheep, Goat, Poultry and Pig Farming, that is the paper number 2. These are the 3 papers. Out of these 3 papers, again, this year we are also again studying 2 practical papers, and those practical papers are totally based on paper number 12, paper number 13, paper number 14, and paper number 15. And this is the syllabus of the paper 12 that we are starting in this semester, or the semester number 5, paper number 12. As I told you earlier, the title of the paper is Technology of Indigenous Dairy Products. In this paper, we are going to study the various technology which is used for the manufacturing, for the preparation of various dairy products, Kawa, Peda, Barfi, Gulakam, etc. So, for this study, in this paper, the whole syllabus is totally divided into 4 units, that is the Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3 and Unit 4. For the Unit 1, we are going to study the introduction to the milk product technology, indigenous dairy products and entrepreneurial opportunities. If there is any entrepreneurial opportunities there, so we are also going to study all these entrepreneurial opportunities. Then classification of milk products, market milk products, scope and its limitations. Unit 2, that is the Unit 2 contains the study of the various starter culture which is used in the fermented milk products, for example, curd, chakka and so on. After this, the fermented milk products, we are going to study the Khova, its definitions, its compositions, different types of the Khova, manufacturing technique, packaging, what are different packages which are used for the packaging of this Khova. As we know that the Khova is the perishable products, and the keeping quality may be enhanced by using the various packaging materials, by reducing the storage temperatures. Then again, with this Khova, we are also going to study the various Khova based sweet mix, that is the Peda, Gulab Jamun, etc. Unit 3 contains the various milk products like Basundi, Rabdi, Channa and Channa based sweet mix like Rasgulla, Sandesh, Paneer. And all these products are studied by considering their definition, their composition, their laboratory preparation method, industrial manufacturing methods, their defects, etc. etc. Okay, so all these contents will be studied in the unit number 3. Whereas unit number 4 contains the makhan means the butter, ghee, and the last part of this syllabus is the indigenous frozen dairy products like the kulfi, malai ka barat, etc. When we will take the chapter that is the makhan means the butter into butters. Uh, when we will complete this syllabus or this part that is the butter, then we will able to know the definition of the butter, the composition of the butter, the different types of the butter, the manufacturing techniques or manufacturing methods of this butter, then the various types of the packaging material which is used for the packaging of this butter, the ghee, the history of the ghee, the definition of the ghee, the composition, methods of preparations, how to grade this ghee, the packaging method, what is the packaging methods used for the packing the ghee, then how to store this ghee, what should be the temperature for the storage of this ghee, what are the different defects which are observed in the ghee, and the ghee residue as the chocolate industry. The generally chocolates are manufactured or prepared by using this ghee. That's why it also plays very important role in case of the economical point of view. Then some in the last point of this unit number 4, we are going to study the various indigenous frozen dairy products, for example, kulfi and malai ka parat, how they are prepared at the cottage level. So all this we are going to study in detail in number 4. After the paper number 12, after this paper number 12, we are turning towards the paper number 12, and which is the totally different from the previous paper, that is the paper number 12. Paper number 12 was totally based on the technology of indigenous dairy products, whereas the paper number 12 is totally depends or totally based on the forest productions, fields and fields. Then forest productions, fields and feeding, it's very important in case of the milk production. When we are starting in a dairy farm, when we consider to start a dairy farm, in that case, first of all, we have to think about the various forage crops, how to produce them, what should be the feed is to be supplied to our animals, so we will get the huge amount of the milk. So for this purpose, this paper is very important one. So the same as like the previous paper, here this paper is also divided into the 4 different units. Unit number 1, in which we are going to study the classification of the foods, importance of the concentrates and the refuges, what are the different food additives, what are the different food supplements, antibiotics, the growth promoters, probiotics in animal nutrition, hormones and hormonal preparations. So all these contents are contained in the unit number 1. Second unit having the cultivation of the green forages. As I told you earlier, the forage crops are very important for the high milk productions. So in this unit we are going to study the different green forages which are cultivated in the land. So in this unit we are going to study the nutritional characteristics and the importance of animal nutrition, how to cultivate the Lucerne, Bersin, Subaru. As you know that, I think the first time you are hearing the name, the Lucerne, Bersin, Subaru. I think you have many times you have heard the name that is the Subaru, but not the Lucerne or Bersin. But I think you might have heard the name that is the lasun grass, which is very popular legume, which is used for the high milk production. Then the non-leguminous, that is the jawar, maize, bajra. These names are very familiar to us, so no need to give the full clarifications on this jawar, maize, bajra. Then cultivation of the grasses like the napier, paragrass, H1 and Java. These grasses are also very important one. So in this unit we are going to study the how to cultivate them, on in which season all those grasses should be sown, so we will get the grasses from them. So this is the unit number second, and unit number third. Unit number third is also very important. All syllabus are very important in case of the animal husbandry. If you want to start the dairy farm, in that case we have to know all these parts. So unit number third is generally contains the ration, types of the rations, and the principle of rationing. How why it is so important to know about their rations. So all these contents will be studied in this point. Feeding practices for the different categories of animals. As we know that the dry animal, pregnant animal, lactating cows and buffaloes, all those animals generally have their different feeding criteria. All those are fed on the basis of their condition. It means whether that animal is a dry, whether that animal is a pregnant, whether that animal is a lactating cow, whether that animal is the buffalo. So their feeding practices is also different. Their ration is the different. We have to supply different, very different feeds to all these animals on the basis of their condition. Then the processing of the feeds and powders. It is very necessary to process all the feeds and powders to avoid the wastage of the feeds. So for this purpose, we have to process all these feeds by physical. It means that by cutting in small pieces. The chemical, it means by giving a chemical actions, means by supplying some salt or others, so that it enhances the taste of that feeds. So this is called as the chemical processing. Then microbiological processing. And the fourth unit comprises significance of the fodder preservations. If we are in rainy season, we know that abundant supply of the green fodder is there in the rainy season. So it becomes very whereas in case of the summer season, it's a scarcity. So that's why it becomes very difficult to found green fodder. So when the green fodder is abundant available, in that case we have to preserve that, and that the same preserved products will be available in summer season. So for this purpose, we have to know the two different methods, that is the hay making and silage making. So in this unit we are going to study how to make the silage, how to make the hay. Okay, in siling process, then biochemical changes during the siling, what happens during the ensiling process, ensiling period, then quality characteristics of the silage, what should be the silage, what should be the quality and characteristics. Then the hay making principles, what are the different principles are used for hay making, what are the different types of the hay, the curing of the hay, then quality characteristics of the hay, pasture management and the grazing system. So this is the unit number 4. So in this year or in these two papers, we are going to study the very interesting aspects of this syllabus, which are very useful. If you join the classes regularly, you hear the classes regularly, then definitely it will be very useful you for in the future if you want to start a dairy farm. So all these are the practical knowledge, and I hope you will all join the next classes and you will get all what I stated here in the syllabus. So I welcome once again I welcome you for the third year on behalf of Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya Sakoli. If you have any query regarding the syllabus, regarding the notes, any content or any points, you may directly contact me on my given mobile number, or you may also email me. I will provide you my mobile number and email address. Thank you very much.